I don't know why every producer does not have this plugin now.
I'm buzzing, let's drink up. You deaf look like big fun. Come on.
All right, let's just jump right into this. This is such an incredible update. And to be perfectly honest, I was actually about to cancel my arcade subscription. Not because it's not a great plugin by itself, but I just really found that I wasn't utilizing it a whole bunch. So here's the song that I wrote using a majority Arcade 2.0. And I'm clarifying 2.0 because what they change is absolutely incredible. So as you can see here, I have a majority arcade up. We have everything muted except for arcade plugins. Check this out. That sounds so cool. All arcade, so dope. Really the only thing outside is like rhythm elements. That's really the only thing I added that wasn't arcade in this song for a majority. But arcade is such a great plugin. It has one-shots in there. I just didn't take the time to go in. I really wanted to focus on the playable elements. So let's jump in and take a look at Arcade 2.0, the things that have changed, really the main reasons that made me keep the subscription and keep it going. It's absolutely dope. But in case you want a little taste, here's everything put together on the bridge. Not the vocals. I'm going to share that later. Ooh, man, that's just so awesome. All right, let's open up a brand new instance of Arcade here. Now, if you've been using Arcade for a little bit, on the outside, it won't look super different. It will explain that, hey, check out our new plugin, which you really should. But once you go into the lines here, you'll see that some of these plugins have a little piano symbol next to them on top of kind of the sample-based stuff. So when we go into Honey here, now I can see I have sampler kits, note kits, and just samples. So the sampler kits and the samples was always there, but that note kit, that is one of the huge changes. And now it's the exact same way I can sample and listen and preview the sounds. Now let's say I want to play that sound. So I'll download it. All right, so now that it's downloaded, I press play kit. And now you'll see there's a little piano down here and I can actually play the notes. And then it's still super easy to manipulate the sound. Man, it's just, I mean, that sounds so good already. But you can take it even farther. You can click the tweak up here, and then the same way you can adjust the samples before, you can adjust the individual layers on here. You can mix how much is in there. You can control so many things now. It's absolutely incredible. And what I've been doing a lot lately is actually taking these sounds, and on these layers, I'm panning the different layers in different directions to make the sound a little bit wider. Hear how much wider that sounds? Man, it sounds so dope. Okay, let's say I want to take a look at this Crazy For You sample. So I go to play kit, but now if you click this pitch up button, you'll see that there is a playable pitch area. Now this is crazy important because unless I just missed it on the previous arcade version, what you were left with, if I could talk. You could change this key right here and lock it in, and it would put all the samples there, but it was real. I mean, you really couldn't manipulate easily in between. But you see when I'm pressing down here on this other side, I can manipulate that sample using the key bed. It's a game changer. How awesome is that? To make it so easy to change it between the samples is incredible. It makes this a producer's dream plugin and only $10 a month. Honestly, it's worth way more than that. Lastly, before we go take a look at just some of the sounds on this song that I built here, they made it super easy to find a specific sound. So something huge for producers is that you want good sound selections. a lot of times you'll hear in your head maybe something, and you'll have an idea of what you want to do, but not exact. You want to be able to quickly go through sounds, but you don't want to look through thousands of sounds. So let me show you what I mean. Let's say I want a nice plucky sound for this song. I can judge it by the type of instrument I want, the genre, the function, the description. Let's say I want that plucky sound. So I go down to the function and I say I want to pluck. And it's going to narrow it down to 137 kits. That's still kind of a lot. And now let's say, you know what? I want the strings. So now it's narrowed it down. Now the good thing about Arcade is they're always adding new kits. And I'm sure that's not going to change on the note kits. But let's see what we got. I like that. It looks like I've already downloaded this one before. So Shadowed Oak. And here we go. See, I mean, how easy was that? I found a good plucky sound I wanted. And I mean, it's a little airy, a little dark. So let's just see. Ooh, okay. I just want to add more to that. Okay, not the point of this video. Now, again, I am very focused on this channel on showing you how you can use plugins and start creating songs. So I'm going to focus on this song for a few videos because I created this just to start teaching some aspects, and I will show the whole song eventually, but let's focus on some of the sound selection I picked here. All right, so the foundation of this entire song is this guitar patch I found in the Memento kit. So take a listen. Here it is, just the guitar. All I did is add a little replica. It gives it a little bit more space, pushes it back just a little bit, but it was still a little forward. So anytime you want to kind of push something back a little bit in the mix, you can easily add some EQ to it. Now, if your sound is really just cutting through the mix, that tends to be those upper frequencies where the harshness and a lot of the clarity comes from. So you see I put a low pass filter there, I put a high pass filter there, and then I even did a little reduction in the mid frequency there because I really wanted this guitar patch to be heard, but not crazy present. So here it is. See, it's just kind of now it's just pushed back in the mix. That was important to me. It's just meant to be the foundation. And then I took this 80s Moody brass pad, and it was pretty much the foundational bass element here. And here they are together. I know what you're thinking. Add a little rhythm. I got you. Woo! You know what I'm saying? How good does that sound? Another textural element here. It's this little 8-bit sound that I found. It's from the 0 Hour, and it's Switchblade. Here's what it sounds like. Now to make it a little bit wider, I added the stock tremolo. See, now it's just kind of pinging it in between your ears. And now it's ever so subtle. It just adds just that little bit extra, just gives your ears a little something to listen to, and subconsciously your brain is hearing something different and it's making it more interesting. So here's the main rhythm. I mean, it's pretty basic, right? One easy way to make your rhythm section more interesting once you have that foundational kick, snare, clap, whatever you're gonna do, is just add a little textural element in the background. This is the main thing. This was the only thing I was using Arcade for. So I went in and I just searched for a hi-hat rhythm type of thing, and it came up with this Tiny Trees. By itself, not crazy interesting. Right? Not super interesting. That's okay. So here we have that main rhythm, and then I'll add in that textural kind of arcade sample, and then listen. It just makes it a little bit more lively and more interesting to listen to. right? It's the little things. I'm telling you, it's the little things. It's too easy. You just gotta layer stuff up. Add in that bass, that guitar. Another pluck I found. And what is that? 7 instruments. I pretty much have almost a full course. How good does that sound? It sounds crazy good. You know I gotta have the piano in there. It's my favorite instrument. So if you stuck around this long, you obviously liked the video. So if you haven't already, hit the like button, smash a subscribe. But I'm gonna give you a little taste of this new song that I'm gonna be using over the next few weeks, but you get to hear my favorite part. Take a listen.
What's the point if I ask you to change? What's the point if I ask you to change?
I'm wishing you the best, but we both know that I am lying just to get away. Said your heart cannot take it, don't know if you make it, but you're the only one to blame. Now this video wasn't sponsored in any way by Output. I do want to make that clear. Like I said, I was just about to cancel my subscription, but I do feel that this is an absolute game changer. If you are a producer just starting off and you need access to a great sound bank, if you use Logic, my first #1 pick is always the stock sounds, Alchemy, incredible sound library. But now you have a very, very budget-friendly option. This Arcade 2.0 update is incredible. The amount of sounds you have in there and access to on top of the sampler kits, on top of the one-shots, you can create almost any type of music you could possibly want. And then I didn't even go into the vocal chops. They have phrases that you can just play with the piano. I mean, I could geek out about this forever. But I did want to showcase how easy it is to make music with just this one plugin and then some drum kits. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you hit that like button, smash a subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when I post more videos. But until next time, I'm Phil. Keep creating music.